think we're gonna see a lot of early fights. A lot of fire. Oh, there is a knockdown over there. Falcon took down a knock. With the car. Yeah, there's a knockdown from the car.
Okay. Not too sure what happened there. Could be one of those long range ones. Hopefully we get a view of whatever that's happened there. We're getting a view of the team that scored the chicken dinner earlier. Anyone's Legends. And making past Campo Milita. Still lots of open space and lots of stops that they can do around the area. From our view, there's nobody inside Campo Milita, so they can pick their spot.
Yeah, but they just have to make sure that, you know, the rotation, if they're doing a rotation, to keep away from the compounds. If they're not straight away heading for the compound, it's easier for the rotation. Like you see right now, what I was just saying, you see there's a person that he could fire, he could be, you know, it could backfire, anything. They're just gonna stop here. They don't know if there's a person there. So it's always better to plan and staying away from the compounds.
Yeah, especially if you do a late rotation, right? You wouldn't know if anybody's actually in there.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can scout for vehicles, that's fine. But sometimes they hide their vehicles, and if you're not alert, like
another one
right here, then you might pay the price for it.
Exactly, GTE. Mets going down, 2-man down. Oh, there is a lot of early eliminations happening.
Maybe getting Scappy as well, finishing off Huang Ep. And that's going to be another player eliminated point given towards Made in Thailand. As for GTE, they're down to only 2 players now. Same goes for Made in Thailand, in fact.
Wow. They have They have 2-man down. They have 2-man down. Are they going to go for it, or are they going to fall back? I think they're going to take the fight. They're not going to back off. I think there is another knock. Another mid player is low down. Oh, there is another knock here on the ridge, on the rotation. Like I said earlier, rotation. You gotta be careful.
Oh man, Thailand now in trouble. They only have 1 active player at this moment. 1 player is down on his knees, and Kiss will be eliminated by Cloris. And main Thailand is down to Scappy. Wonder how much he can do. Oh, he managed
and it was
unfortunately, he gets eliminated from the side, and that is going to be May in Thailand being the first team to be eliminated from Miramar.
Just with 1.16th position. That's not what you want in your early stages. You gotta wait. 1 point. Hard luck, maybe they're gonna do better for the next map, but their journey ends here for this Miramar.
Well, at least it's the second game of the tournament, so they still have time, they still have games to claw back those lost points.
Yeah, we already have 10 players down. We have lost 2 players from R8 as well.
It's unfortunate for R8, their first round wasn't that great. So for them to lose this much in this round, it's not going to be good news for them. Playing as a duo to score the chicken dinner is a little bit difficult. But looking at the elimination feed, looks like Wenwu from 17 Gaming got knocked by Mi-14, so I believe that must be one of those long-range knocks.
Oh, 17. VP goes for 17. A finish under the car.
Anyway, Virtus Pro now, they are making their move. They're probably going to select the high ground. They do have options in front of them. Heading towards water treatment, but yeah, there's a good high ground here. And Nixie is going to do the scouting work.
I think what they're trying to do, yeah, they are getting some fires from their right side on the upper hill, but I think they're on the clear if they're just taking these compounds. Like I said, it was team vitality on the top of the hill, and they're giving out some shots, and they're also receiving some fire from the other side of the hill.
Those seem to be like warning shots. As long as they don't go near there, they'll be okay. And plus, it's only phase 2, so they don't really need to push it at this moment. What they need to do now is just secure their own spot and shoo away who might come to their location.
Exactly, you don't want to end up like Myth, having an early takeoff from the game, and then the pressure builds up.
Yeah, it's never good to be in that kind of situation. Although there is a little bit of a saving grace that, okay, there's still the early phases of the tournament, they can still claw back those points, but yeah, it's never fun to potentially lose those points. But life has to go on anyway. And
True.
we will go on as well to look at what's happening with the other teams. Twisted Minds.
Oh, they're trying to
far, so
flip the
good.
vehicle. That's a small tragic accident over there. They're trying to keep secure the car because it's already flipped over. Oh yes, a DMR. Miramar is all about DMRs. Mini 14, SLR, SKS. And that's a Mini 14 4X, come on. Trying to scout out. He sees the prey. Whoa, that was a hit.
Sees damage. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
from afar.
Far
I
away,
can't
yeah.
really see him, but they seem to be over the hill. Probably they have a high ground, but that was temporarily, so he probably got enough cover from that hill.
Yeah, on the early stages, if you take a knockdown and then the other team decides to be aggressive, it can cause a lot of trouble.
But Twisted Mind's definitely not in trouble now, but I believe they saw a target right in front of them. But that's a little bit of a scouting work. Don't want to engage yet because the circle is going to shift anyway, so might as well wait for the shift. And now we get to see where the circle goes, slightly towards the southern side, but still a lot of high ground on this circle.
A lot of high ground. Water treatment is one of the trickiest places to play in because you have a lot of dips, tunnels, you have compounds, you have a lot of ridges, high ridges, low ridges. So you gotta be careful. We still have 15 teams alive, 54 player, and there is a knockdown from 17 to Falcon, and that's gonna be...
Yeah, Smil goes securing that elimination point. And that's Falcon trying to hike up the high ground, so it looks like they want to try to take over DK's position, but
Oh, another
it's not
straight
gonna be
up.
easy because you don't have the information there. And now with the emergency pickup, it looks like DK, they spot their opportunity, they try to take this one. They're able to land a couple of shots, but no knocks yet, but they should be able to secure
they
a
did.
couple of knocks there, and yes, they will get one over raining.
That's something very important. You see, at games at level like this, you have to be very sure if you're using an emergency pack, you have to do it in phase 1 if you don't have the cars. But if you are already in phase 3 and already moving to phase 4 and you're using the emergency, you're gonna receive fire from all over the place.
Yeah, especially when you want to go straight into the middle, right?
Exactly, and you lost 2 players just because you wanted to use the emergency. Another knock. Oh, that's a elimination.
Well, that's going to be one more down the books.
Yeah.
And up circle update. So we get a zoom in here. So GK Esports, last we saw them, they were on the high ground, so they'll definitely not want to let go of this golden position. It'll surely be there for quite a while, unless if the circle forces them to shift.
Yeah, Falcon looks at in a bit of a quite a tricky place because they have team on top of them on the hill. So the team which has the high ground, it's always easier to get shots and connect. I think something's happening over here. Anyone's Legend's gonna go for this. And wow, what a sea change. What a fight. And I think it's gonna take it. Anyone's Legend's gonna get the knock, I believe. And he did. Mini 14. He's gonna secure his kill. That's another point. I think sometimes what I say is slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah, but Solozzi wasn't that slow on the trigger. That was a really good shot there to get that one elimination point. And that's going to be one for the team. But now we are checking out what's happening here on the other side of the high ground. Here we have Team Vitality. Bate tapping away onto the other side. And it's going to be Gedos that gets the knock at the heaven.
Yeah, with the Virtus Pro, they're taking shots on Virtus Pro. They're like kinda in open. Only one of their players, Beamy, is giving some shots. They're trying to do a lot of shots. Again, that is another person with emergency. This is not good. Another knock. Wow, that was a crazy knock. And that's a finish. Wow. Beamy not going easy.
That was knocked by Seongjang from DK, and Beamy from Virtus Pro was the one that collected that point, so it was 1 point stolen away. A good shot there though from afar. And now we have here Dale with a 1v1, and Dale lost that shot, and he will be taken out just like that by 17 Gaming.
Late rotations. is always tricky. 17 gaming. We have another team eliminated, by the way, GTE, with 4 elims.
Oh, okay. Not the best of start. I mean, 4 if they're like, okay, left with 8 teams, 6 teams, that's okay, but 4 at this stage is not the best result.
Yeah.
But now on Twisted Minds, we can see them tapping away onto the other side, and they're on the other side of the circle right now. R8 receives damage, and one of the players, MT, is down.
They're taking heavy fire. Twisted Minds is doing some damage. I think they have confirmed some elims as well. Twisted Minds has got 1 elim, I believe. Yes, they did, on R8.
It was unfortunate for R8. They were driving by. They wanted to go to their position, but they happened to be caught in front of their opponents' Twisted Minds. And we're back on to DK. They still have a bit of this hideout, but there's a big chance that the next piece of the circle will not be on this hideout no more.
Oh, we have another team eliminated. R8 has also been eliminated. This is not good. And on 0 elim, 0 points.
It's the tough first 2 rounds for them. Their first round wasn't that great either. I believe they only got like maybe 1 or 2 points, and this round going out 0, not a great start for R8, but the good news is that there's still plenty of maps to play. They can always come back in the next round, but here comes anyone's legend hiking up to the hideout where GK is at.
Our previous winner chicken dinner winner having a fight with our 3rd position. GK versus anyone esports. Who's gonna take it? Are they gonna keep the fight? Oh, there's a 3rd party. GK gets a knockout and confirms the elim, and GK and EJ gets knocked out, and they're taking heavy fire.
Suppression fire by Seongjang onto the 2nd floor, and now Akan, he has to evade the blue. He has to move away right now, but he takes damage at the same time. He's keeping an eye on the 2nd floor. He knows that Solosi is still there. And if he turns his back, Solosi can potentially shoot him down, so he has to be extra careful there. But Solosi himself is not in a good position with the blue on his area. And you see what? To the ground floor, they send a nade beside, and there goes 40% of health left for the player from GK. Still holding on his dear life.
There is literally 3 teams around here. There is Falcon, there is GK, there is anyone's esports. This is the cluster that I was talking about. You never know what's gonna happen. With 11 teams alive, 33 around.
It's time to get really tight here at phase number 5. And it looks like 17 Gaming, they got Beamy. That's going to be through a nade. So another point goes to 17 Gaming here. Now for full sense.
A
lot of other teams on the outside of the circle. It's going to be quite a bloodbath here. Kickstarting his trigger.
Oh,
and he gets eliminated on the other side.
Team Falcon eliminated on the 11th place with 1 elim. That is sad. They were playing very well on the last one. Last wrangle was quite good for them.
It was really unfortunate there. Like, he was so focused onto the compound that he forgot it came from the side. But anyway, life has to go on. Looks like Solosi just got eliminated by example. And Chen Halvo gets taken out by Kamals as well from Shadow Esports elsewhere. And looking at the minimap, it's starting to get crowded here. But on the outside, this is what we talked about earlier. The fight is definitely going to go wild here.
Of course it's gonna go wild. Do you see that mini map over there? How many teams are there? I think those are 5 teams fighting each other. And they still need to go to the zone. They're still in the blue. The blue is chasing them. It's phase 5, 55 seconds before the blue hits them and they're gone. So they have to hurry. Taking damage from blue is not good. It's not looking good for Shadow Esports.
Setsuna has a hurry for sure. And Lugos has taken out by Setsuna while he was on his way, but now he has awoken the Lions, and the Lions will take him out.
Yes, VP were gatekeeping. They were gatekeeping. He had nowhere to go. He had to take that fire or give the kill to the blue zone. But DC tried, And we are back to GK taking some shots. Took a knock and took an LM point from VP as well. VP down to 2 men. GK has 6 LMs down to 3 men. The only 4-man squad. There are 3 4-man squads at the moment. If you can see Twist.
โอ้โหฟูลเซนอยู่ในกลางวงครับผมกับไวท์ไทตี้นะนอกก็มีสวิตเทิลไมล์ GK แล้วก็ GD แล้วก็ T1 นะครับอุ้ยฟูลเซนอยู่กลางวงเลยโอ้เรียบร้อยบีตกรอบแล้วผมเดี๋ยวคนนึง
What a spray, what a finish from that LMG over there to VP. And VP is down to 1 person. Making the most out of it. They have a knockdown at GK as well. And there is the
Swift and Mike กับ GK ครับ
bombard zone.
ตัวเดียวกับ3ตัว
Nades crossing by
สวยเนี่ยสวย
It's starting to be really tough here, especially for Bokpro being the final active player for DK.
อุ้ย
GK was just
อุ้ย
He
1-1
shoots, he gets 1 knockdown.
โอ้โห
The answer is no, and DK will be eliminated at number 7.
Wow, I thought Geek really had the chance over that to do 1v3 over there on Twist. But Twist, I think, is going to get all their races up. I think Worship Pro right now has a good opportunity. If I was watching the
สวิตเทิลไมล์
he knows that they have knockdowns. They're going to do
โอ้
the
โห
revive.
น็อกครับผม
So he might just push and collect the points. Oh, that's a wrong Molotov. That's unfortunate.
Well, good for the Carrots.
สวยได้แต้มหนึ่ง
Before that, he's able to secure that elimination
ตาย
point.
ตายไป เออ
When he shows himself, he gets taken out instead, and that will be the end of his journey.
อุ๊ยไม่ทันครับ
Now we're down to top 4 teams.
Yes, we
วงมัน
are.
โคตรแรงนะวง6อ่ะ
But
Hắn
GK
bảo à?
had 8 ALMs and 1
อุ้ย
placement.
สวิตเทิลไมล์อุ้ย
That is good. That is
โอ้
good way to go.
ย
Oh! What a knock. What a finish.
เรียบ
That
ร้อย
was a surprise.
ไวท์ไทตี้
That was a surprise.
สวิตเทิลไมล์ตกไปครับผมเหลือ3ทีม4คนทั้ง3ทีมเลยนะ
Teams left.
ตอนนี้วงอยู่ที่ฟูลเซนครับ
Looking good so far. They have 7 elimination points already.
That is amazing. I
วง
think
สวยนะ คนดูวงสวยนะ ก็คือฟูลเซนอยู่กลางวงเลยนะครับ
go up, you know. They have 0 ALMs and you only have 8 players left.
4-4 ครับผม อย่างละ3ทีม
I think they have to pick up
อยู่
the
ใน
pace.
อุ้ยโอ้โห
They're
เรียบ
going
ร้อย
fair
เหมือน
to
จี
start.
เดจะเห็นแล้ว
My word.
เรียบร้อย
I think too serious.
อุ้ยไวท์ไทตี้ไม่มีใครรู้จุดมันนะ ผมว่าน่าจะมีงานนี้น่าจะมีเหลืองๆครับผม น่าจะมีโดนตุ๋ย
Alien points, you know, the eliminations as much as you can.
Well, that's where they'll be tuning up the pace here.
ฟูลเซนโดนล้อม แต่ขอไวท์ไทตี้เปิดไอ้เจนี้ก่อนได้ไหม
Gaming, he scouts
ฟูลเซน
out
เอาเลย
the car.
Using their car 98.
ไวท์ไทตี้ครับ มันไม่รู้ว่าไวท์ไทตี้อยู่ไหน แต่เขาน่าจะรู้แล้วว่ามันอยู่ในนี้แหละ เพราะว่าวงมันบีบมาแล้วนะครับ ดูนะว่าวงมันจะติดตรงไหนอ่ะอ่ะ โหเรียบร้อยวงฟูลเซนว่ะ
Seventh phase now.
ไอ้เจดีต้องเอาฟูลเซนก่อนครับแล้วก็จะโดนไวท์ไทตี้ตุ๋ยนะ
And JD Gaming is only squad which is out of the circle. So they also have to
วง
make
สวยมาก
space in
ว
the
งสวย
circle.
มาก
They also have to get some elim, some points at least, because they still stand at 0 elimination points. Even though at this phase, if they go out, they're gonna have five placement points. But I don't think that's enough for game 2. You know.
Yeah, it's not easy for them to breeze through. There's so much open space in front of them. But probably they can play by the warehouse. The tricky part is that Dalmov is waiting here. So if they drive in the straight line, they could be shot down before even they are able to reach the warehouse.
วง8ครับผม
Italy is aware about FS where they are. You know, like they have information. They are just waiting for the right moment to just start firing. They're just collecting information at the moment. Like I said, water treatment. You see, there's a lot of
Tim.
high ground, low ground. This is a bit tricky. This ridge. I think they are deploying.
วง8ไม่น่ามีปะ
They're gonna make
หรือ
their
ว่ามี
move
ปะ
now. They're gonna go in,
ไม่รู้อะ
I believe.
อ๋อวงบีบก่อนวงบีบก่อน
Because Dalmov is waiting there, so they have to provide themselves a bit of cover. And now they're making their move. They're on their vehicles. The smoke bridge is up.
ไวท์ไทตี้ต้องเอาไว้ไวท์ไทตี้
On the other side, that smoke bridge became a distractor to Dalmov.
ก็อยากยิงฟูลเซนเอาก็ได้นะ จะได้คะแนนด้วยครับ เพราะว่าตอนนี้มันไม่มีคะแนนเลย
He got to Nate. Ooh, that was a close one there, but they received a decent amount of damage. So the ball
อุ้ย
did not
อุ้
connect,
ย
but this may be
Another
as
one.
well. That landed though, but at least
there
those
is
knocks
another
they are still okay for now.
If another nade, if it
แล้ว
connects,
เขาจะ
they're
รู้ไหม
gonna
ว่า
take heavy damage.
ไวเทอร์ตี้แอบตุยหลัง
3-player being in one single spot is not good.
น่าจะรู้นะ
The good news is that they managed to find their way into the circle. But we're gonna get phase 8 real soon in about 20 more seconds, and now it's starting to be really, really tight. Somebody has to breeze through into the compound soon, but it will all depend on where the circle will shift next.
Oh, he's digging a hole there, using making the most out of the sickle. That's a smart move. I mean, he's creating a cover.
เรียบร้อยครับ โอ้
And they have another
Không có gì.
4 players an on-off angle, trying to get
Vậy thế tí ni-
information, maybe get
ฉลาดนะ
or an elam
มือ
for
3
their team.
เพราะมันต้องฆ่าอยู่แล้วไงมือ 3 อ่ะ มือ 3 ก็คือแบบยังไงก็ฟรีเพราะว่ามันบวกกันเจ็บก่อนไง
Later. He's definitely gonna need
ฉลาด
it,
ฉ
though.
ลาด
The good
ค
news
ม
is that he's in the circle, so
ผมอยากรู้ว่าฟูลเซนจะแก้ยังไงจังหวะ
can
เนี้
be
ย
still utilized. But for JD Gaming, some of the players are still on the outside of the circle. They need to find a way to sneak through, but they have to be careful of Team Vitality, who's looking on the other side as well.
And there are shots being fired. I think it's better. It's time to deploy smokes. What is going to be the strategy? Because FS has like Team Vitality on their left, and they have
Wait.
JD on the front. Who are they going to take a fight up against? What do you think?
Well,
Oh.
now it's a matter of who pulls the trigger first, right? And
Yes,
this
and-
kind of three-way situation, I will always say that who pulls the trigger first will lose, because the one that didn't pull the trigger can come in as a third party, and that's going to be a very tricky
โบ๊ทน่าจะวงท้ายมั้งเพราะว่าวงมันบีบมาแล้ว
pull that trigger and move at the same time because of the blue.
Yes, we are already in phase 8, 50 seconds to go. After this, it's the last circle. They will not have any blue. They have to come in. They have to fight. They have to make that use of their utilities. And I think they're gonna be moving forward. JD has no option. I think Team Vitality and FS have more room in the map. But JD Gaming has to push. So I think it's gonna be first blood. I don't know.
They're creating that room now with that smoke bridge. Let's see how much further they can go
โอ้
forward.
ไวเทอร์ตี้เปิดไปก่อน
Oh, and they got cold. So the ground right now
หา
will
แต้ม
surely be eliminated. It's a matter of who will
สวย
get
เปิด
the
จุด
point.
สวยเปิดจุดสวย
And confirmed now we go to Team Vitality.
Like I said, you gotta be careful. It's almost phase 9 now. It starts in 10 seconds. There is no more zone. You gotta make use of those smokes and those covers. Start deploying them.
เรียบร้อยวงหายไปแล้วครับ
Start throwing the nades, make cover on the ground.
ต้องเอาแล้ว
To maximize your opportunity right now, right? Because we're at phase 9.
วงจบที่ปูเซนครับตรงนี้
entirely. And the smoke is still active. Tigger throws a blinding into the smoke, hoping to land something there, but nobody's home. JD Gaming is not making the big moves yet. They're also waiting for Team Vitality to pull the trigger on the full sense.
โอ้โหสวย
The full
GD
sense
เจ็บครับผม
is patient.
เรียบร้อยครับ
Have the
หนึ่ง
zone. Oh, what a launcher! What a launcher! That
สวย
is finished. What an amazing shot that was.
อุ้ย
Timed. Wow, 1 HP. Whoa.
สวย
That
So
was
close that Tigger will need to kill up.
Wait,
But
Vitality.
down, unfortunately. And here
Huh?
comes Team Vitality will get us from the side, and it will get Flash. He'll secure another elimination point by taking out Dog, and now they're looking for the remaining members. They're coming in from the other side as well, so that they can clear off all their corners. Full sets down to one player left, and it's going to be
ทำมาทั้งหมดโดนหมาคาบไปแดกครับผม
Chicken dinner.
Team Vitality.
ไวเทอร์ตี้ครับผม ฉลาดจริง
Anyone wipe out?
Amazing.
เพราะว่ามันเขาให้แบบว่าไอ้นั่นมันกดไง GDK กดนะครับผม แล้วก็ไวซิตี้รอสวดนะครับผมก็ไปดูแมป3กันเลยดีกว่านะ โอ้ไอดอลน่ะเก่งจัดอ่ะ
Thing. Getting phased, you know.
Eliminations and still looking at
So yeah, there's gonna be a drop fight. I see a drop clash going on over there. We have 2 teams going for each other. It's R8. They're on the last on the leaderboard at this point. And they are going for it. I think they're gonna just do a quick loot and maybe head off, or just gonna go head to head.
definitely if you're R8, don't want to take that kind of early fight. You want to regain your momentum. So staying away from early fights is good, but they could be forced into this fight because they're sharing the same part. But at least for them, they are taking the other corner, so they can still do a quick loot, like what you said, exit, find a vehicle, and just move on to another location.
So I think we're gonna see some early fight from our
โอ้โหถ้าแบบเมื่อกี้แฟดได้ไวทาลิตี้ตัวหนึ่งน่าจะสวนชนะอยู่นะ
on the first blood, then this fight is not going back down. No one's not backing down. They're going all in.
Well, they might be thinking of taking their chances then, trying to regain those lost points from the first 2 rounds.
I believe R8 is gonna do that. They're looking forward to it. Maybe that's why they took the drop clash. Because everyone knows each other's drop. And fire shot fired. No damage noted. Knocks. Everyone waiting patiently. Waiting for each other to do a mistake. So they can go for it.
But R8 is one player out though. So
Yes.
it's either he's playing an off angle or he's going to scout for vehicles, but looks like he's good going for the flank. And this will provide even more information to the rest of R8.
That's actually one of the smartest moves you can do, an off angle. But even for DGE, I only see 3 players. They are missing 1.
นะครับ
They don't have a full team.
ระหว่าง R8
So R8, they do have the numbers, but it's a matter of getting the information now. And they're still going for it, even though this area is not within the circle, but they're taking the chances.
อุ้ยโดนตุยหลัง
And there it goes.
โอ้ยิงไม่โดนนะอุ้ย
And,
โอ้ยิงไม่โดน
what
อ๋อ
a miss. It would be crazy if it was a knockdown.
เออ
He already gave his position. You do not want to miss that. If you're in an off
Wait.
angle. And there is a knock, I
โอ้
believe.
แต่นี่
Yes.
แต่นี่ไม่พลาดเลย
Gets the first alien.
สวย
Point on Diga Esports. That off angle, that M762 spray, the barrel, talking, doing all the talks right now. R8 has
Muted by R8, and now they're sending TD at the forefront, but AG they got knocked, so
Oh.
the angle guy is not active. It was taken up by Gustav from Falcons.
Whoa, that's a third party. Another knock, a beautiful one by R8, by Teddy. And he's gonna go for the second one. He's gonna make it. No, he didn't. Oh, these are heavy damages. R8 losing 2 players.
อุ้ยฟอร์คอนครับ
First 2 minutes, phase 1. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for R8. And here comes Team Falcon doing the third party. They look hungry.
โอ้เรียบร้อยระเบิดสูตร
They're ready to get some
ไม่โดนว่ะ
early healing points.
เฮ้ยแต่ลูกนี้ไม่แน่
Advantage taken by Falcons coming as the third party, like I just said, from the side. And so far they managed to
โอ้
kill one.
เรียบร้อยไม่เห็นครับผม
And Team Falcons, 1 player down. Busan got him. But Team Falcons, they can still go for it. Yes, and Gustav now. Right in front of him is going to be 1 player. He sees
อุ้ย
him.
เน็ต
Let's see his name.
เรียบร้อยโอ้โหลงตรงหัว
What a beautiful nade.
On point nade.
โอ้โห
What a beautiful noise. And here's the push from Falcon. The rest of the players
เน็ต
are
สวย
coming
จัด
in.
ครับ
But they're not aware about the R8 players. Diga Esports down to 1 player, 1 final player. I think they're gonna see the lobby, the first one to go out of this on the 16th place, but not sure because one of the players was missing. It was 3 players in this compound from Diga Esports.
Oh, that fight's happening elsewhere. T1.
What's this JDG?
JD Gaming. So JD Gaming, they lost 1 player. They lost another one.
อุ้ยอุ้ยอุ้ยอุ้ยอุ้ยโอ้โหไม่ตายครับเหลือ1
Almost got his target. That was really, really close.
What an amazing spray.
โคตรซากภาษาเกมอ่ะพี่แก
Now you know why they are on this stage. Those sprays, they connect. Those bullets, oh.
Now we have empty here. The duo that has to do it for the team, and they're not in the circle yet. Zova will be on top of them really soon, but we switch over to Virtus Pro right now with Correxy with a glider, and he is on the northern side of the map. That would be their pick. So far, so good. I guess they can choose to be at the spot of their choice now that they are here early.
Yeah, they made a clean rotation. They did take some damage, but Oh, another fight. Anyone's Legends going on. Shooting out some mini 14. This is tense. This is early phase tense gaming going on at the moment. Everyone looks hungry. It's map 3.
จบอย่างนี้เหรอ
Somebody's in the building.
This is the last player we were talking about who landed on an off angle from Diga Esports.
But looks like
Oh, Falcon takes.
away from their earlier fight. Now they found another target. In fact, they found that player from RA Iron Bot gets taken out. But
R8.
And Falcons right now they're at 3 elimination points.
I think Orange is the first team to get eliminated 16th on 16th with 1 elim, I believe, with 2 elims. That is an early exit.
All RA fans, RA is still in the game. They do have 1 player though.
This is tense, this is tense. Last player for Diga Esports, R8. Falcons remaining with 2 players. Oh, we have our first team gone out, knocked out of the tournament already. Knocked out of the map, sorry, this map. JD Gaming has been eliminated on 16th place with 0 elims.
Oh, we also have to update the circle with the fact that the circle majority of it is on the northern side. So teams might want to put that as a priority coming soon. But on screen we do have anyone's Legends. Team that scored the first chicken dinner today. Now they are trying to stop teams from coming across. They see one team, and land their shot. That's not that easy. I mean that stone in between is just blocking their view.
Wow, what a crash over there. 2 teams crossing the bridge at the same time. It's gonna be fatal.
He still destroyed, putting pressure onto the bridge side. Now he has 2 different teams to manage at the same time. So
That was a smart move.
เฮ้ยฟูเซนว่ายน้ำป่ะ
also take care of other sides of the compound.
หน่วยซิลหน่วยซิล
Now look at this bridge. It's starting to be a big mess here.
It is a mess. It is a mess. They're taking heavy damage crossing that bridge over here. Made in Thailand.
Okay,
Taking
hop.
some shots. And he gets T1. A player from T1.
สวยครับ
It's going to be EN eliminated by Jacob. Main in Thailand secures their elimination point. This is going to be their first for this round. As Chris done his job, he moves away. His teammates are kind of far. Oh, his teammates are quite scattered. I guess they really want to try to gatekeep all the other teams trying to rotate towards the north.
I think because if you see the circle shift, I think it's best to gatekeep because most of the teams were landing out of the zone. So gatekeeping is one of a good option if you're not having a hard compound at this point.
So we have Danwu there. He sees a target right in front of him. He does have a high guard advantage. But looks like he's not going to pursue, I guess because he's the only player here, so he doesn't want to take that risk. Not too sure where his other teammates are at, but probably they're doing a single split amongst his team.
Oh, Orid got another elimination. They have 4 elimination points. Even though they were 1 man standing. They did manage to get some elims, so it's okay. Oh, Falcon takes Diga. Another knockdown.
Doing another point there. Earlier he took out that one other player from RA. That's going to be Giga out. Bringing the points for the team. Doing so far so good. For anyone's Legends, man, Palace is a big place. So they can only take care of one corner. They have to leave the other corner for another team who already breached through. But now looks like there's another team coming from the north. Looking to see if there's any opportunity for them to come into Palace.
Well, high ground, if you know the map, you know the best places to be is on the roof. So you can circle around, look around everywhere. Oh, and that is a crazy shift next to the bridge. And we have literally 4 teams outside the play zone.
Oh man, that's an absolute trashy circle that we were talking about. Still a 50-50 between the main peninsula and also the northern island. But Put attention to was Destroy, who's still gatekeeping teams from coming in, but now with the kind of circle, I guess teams can turn back and still feel alright.
That bridge is a key place to get some elims, great elims. If you can cap the bridge, you get a maximum amount of elims from that bridge.
Absolutely looking to maximize the opportunity, including Shadow Esports, Setsuna and Kamal's in action. And they took out the remaining members of R8. And it looks like R8, oh, there's still one player left for R8, so they're not totally out of it yet.
Yeah, R8 has one man standing, that's the last one. Still, R8 still going on. Falcon with 2 men standing. Twisted Minds taking some shots. Trying letting teams know that they're in the circle, they're in this compound.
Yeah, but Tulian has the duty of opening up that space and giving more chance towards anyone else who might want to come close. But our attention here is still at this bridge. Okay, T1 passing by. Small player below. It's going to be Belmont. Belmont, the second last player for the team. And Danadol is elsewhere, but he's way separated from his teammates, so it's going to be quite a challenge for him to get back.
It's the same player whose vehicle was knocked over the bridge and he took a jump in the water. He's still there. His teammates left him because that's not a secure spot. They need to find hard cover. Even though they are 2 men standing, they still 3 men standing. They need a secure spot. They need that placement points. They need to get some elims. Oh, VP got a GK player. That is a very good use of the smoke crossing the road.
Oh, Bakuyan, the moment we switch over, he gets knocked down immediately and gets taken up the rating from T1. That was a quick work there done by the player of T1. And now because of that, Sancho is going to be the last player for his team. A beautiful shot here. And now Virtus Pro, they're already at 4 elimination points.
And they just eliminated GK. GK is out on the 15th position. That was unexpected.
For one of the top teams from the previous round, this time, fairly early elimination for them. Guess they'll need to come back in the next round, but now we're going to get the circle update here. It's going to be phase 4, and it starts to move away from Palace. That means teams will need to migrate across, and there will be one team on the right side of Palace that they need to go through.
This is gonna be brutal, getting out of the palace, getting into the zone, making a move.
Well, and what's Legends is that team that needs to reach through. It's going to be quite a challenge for them, and looks like the majority of the circle right now is going to be on the northern island. And on the main peninsula, we only have 2 teams there, including T1. Just to find a way through. Tolosi gets Gustav, that's a good shot there. Gustav gets eliminated immediately, raining. Sent the nade onto Sancho, taking him out. And there's going to be Hello My Bad down as well to the hands of Human.
We're down to 13 teams, 45 players alive. R8 still last man standing. I think BP, he's aware there is a person next to the bridge. He's trying to take down that player who's been here from Twisted Minds. And he's on a very low HP. Very low.
One bullet and he will get it though, but I just can't find an angle. He's trying his best though, but at the same time he doesn't want to overexpose himself in case anyone else is on the other side of the bridge. But now, it should be right in front of him. He just needs to move a little bit forward, just needs to be a bit more patient. At the same time, he has to be aware that the blue is behind him.
And there you go.
There you go. He definitely will secure that point.
Patience. He's gonna confirm that elim of his.
Well, Lucaros gets back to it while all that was happening, and now we're going to see another fight here involving T1 trying to win this fight against Twisted Minds, and looks like T1 defended their ground against Twisted Minds, and now it's their time to move into the circle. The zone will be chasing them from behind.
And Twisted Minds has been eliminated on the 13th place with 1 elimination point. This circle, I tell you, when it's a circle for 2 islands and there is a bridge in between. It's madness. It's fatal.
It's never going to be easy with this kind of circle, especially if you're still on the main peninsula. But it's going to be a bit more better for the teams on the northern island. But that
ยอม
means that
ยอม
you'll
ตัว
be
น้ำด้วยการเดิน
facing
เดิน
all the
ยิง
other
อ่ะ
teams
ใน
are
เกมเนี้ย
already there,
มาก
including
จัด
what we can see here is going to be Team Vitality.
เพราะว่าถ้าตายแบบโดนยิงมันจะได้แต้มนับ1
But
แต้
now
ม
looks like they need to reset as well. One player currently down. At the same time, Kickstart just got nailed down by Himas.
Falcon down to 1 man. There is mortars coming in. There is nades coming in. Another mortar, nades. It's like a red zone happening right now.
Lucky for them, it did not really connect, so they are counting their luck there. But Team Vitality is still right in front of Virtus Pro. The good news is that they're all in the circle with the circle update. Is there a part of this circle within the water about 50%? So roughly about 50% of land to play now.
This is gonna be madness. They're in front of each other, but they're not making good use of the nades yet. And there's a nade. I think it's gonna connect. And it did connect. 2 knocks with 1 nade. Weepy Baby gets 2 knocks with 1 nade. That's a crazy one. I
That's
think
a
they have.
brilliant nade there. Beautifully executed, and after that, it's all about securing those elimination points before it gets stolen away by anyone else. Another nade
Another nade
into the bunker. And that's going to be 1 player from Team Vitality down. The point goes to Chloris.
Another one.
And looks like they will be able to deal a lot of damage here onto Hello My Bad, but not enough to take him out yet. He's still all right.
He's still going on with those bandages. He doesn't have any health kits. Another knock. What a knock. That was a far way long in the smoke. 17 Gaming. Doing some third-party skills, using that third party.
The elimination feed is going wild right now with Rex next falling into the hands of Kiss. Setsuna gets taken out by Darwin. And that's going to be another player of Shadow Esports now on his knees. He's not eliminated yet though, so he can still be saved. But can't say the same for Heaven and Flash, both of them out. And here comes the Mortar Strike. But at the same time, look at this 1 player managing teams on the lower ground, but he will be forced to move thanks to the blue. And this might expose him. He has to heal up. He has to move quickly. If not, he'll be taking damage. And we're talking about phase 5 blue. Tanbu it is. Goes up to the high ground. He still has some space to play with.
It's another fight. Anyone's legend getting a knockdown. And he would confirm his elimination. And he's taking heavy damage from the outer circle. And trying to make use of that nades. You want to confirm the elimination. He knows that he has player behind him who are still in the blue. You want to make sure that he secures those killing points.
Look, that's a need. It would be perfect here. But he kind of missed that opportunity. Nevertheless, he's going in for the chase right here. But Levante, unfortunately, gets tagged. He will be down. His teammate is a little bit too far from him. Probably has to let this one go and focus on the survivability, especially when the fact that we're getting into phase number 6 soon in about 10 more seconds.
16's alive, 16 people. We barely have anyone in the circle. We just have 1 team in the circle. All the other teams are outside the circle.
วงแบบนี้ MITN มีสิทธิ์แชมป์นะคนดู
The circle from the shore side. This nade, if it connects, it's gonna do some bad damage.
ดูเลยยิงฟรีหมดเลยอ่ะ
He receives damage though. He has to find cover. It's going to be Kiss.
Oh.
Trying to tag him.
And he gets
Kiss
it.
got that huge. That is going to be a big target there as they try to find their way into the circle. Main in Thailand, they managed to send 2 players inside, but Kiss, you need to move soon. Zone will be closing in about 25 more seconds, and inside the circle, we still have other teams they need to be aware of, but we're going to check out what's happening here on the northern side. And Team Vitality is still there though. They're still trying to survive this one, while Made in Thailand managing their corner.
We're down to top 5 teams, 14 alive. And Made in Thailand and VP are the only team which have 4 people alive. So they have a man advantage right now. We have a solo here. And 17 Wembu gets a knockdown to a GTE. GT down to 2 men. Oh, Made in Thailand takes heavy damage.
Oh, but somehow Baron managed to survive that one. And he's in the circle right now. He will have space to heal up. And lucky for him, that nade did not connect. Next,
พี่บอยพี่พีตกรอบแล้ว
He sees his target. Hello, my bad. Will be eliminated. And because of that,
4 ทีมสุดท้ายทีมไทย2
That was a crazy knockout and Ellen. What a presence of mind.
The fight's not over yet. They need
ถ้า
to
MIT เนี่ยจะได้แชมป์ใหม่ก็ต้องเอา full sense ก่อนนะ
There's a chance that they won't get the next to the circle, and they use any space in front of them. They might be overexposed, so
They gotta
they
make
have to start looking. They have to start.
ก็ถ้าเดินไปมั่วฟูเซนจะเอาต่อปุ๊บเหมือนฟูเซนเอานี่ให้ฟรีๆแล้วก็ I7 มันไอ้เนี่ย GGE เนี่ยมันจะรอสวบต่อ
I'm not sure
ต้องให้แบบ I7 ยิงฟูเซนก่อนเนี่ย
as well.
ไม่งั้น
On the shore side,
พลาดง่ายครับ
they're trying to do that jumps and trying to figure out where the people are.
ต้องดูวงว่าวงยังไง
They know they have people on the right. They have a team on the right. They are aware about it. It's only 4 teams alive.
โอ้โหเนี่ย5 อัน
17 mid
ยาเยอะกว่าเยอะ
and GTE.
โอ้นี่เนี่ยก็4 อันนี้เนี่ย3
17 and mid are the people. The only teams that they have 4 men alive. So they
ยา
have
แน่น
an
ปากเลยอะ
advantage. But FS has 2 men standing. So it's a bit tricky out there.
ต้องดูว่าวงจะจบที่ไหนครับ
But the good part is they are all in the circle, so
วง
another
I7
circle
ว่ะ
shift.
สวย
This is gonna be deadly.
อันนี้วง MITH นะครับ
Man, and this circle is definitely not good for the two teams that are not including full send. Something that we did talk about. They need to manage this. Now they need to cut across the road, and cutting across the road is not the easiest of things to do. And they're hoping that main Thailand distracts 17 Gaming so that they can find a way to slide in.
It's an open space to go to make it through Make in Thailand. I think Made in Thailand is not gonna let them come in the zone. It's not gonna be the easy push because I think Full Sense has a team on the left, a team on the right, and they're stuck in between, and they don't have any cars. So I'm not sure. It doesn't look good for Full Sense at all.
Not at all, not at all. They don't have the numbers, they don't have the circle, and they are squished between multiple teams. So the moment they start to move, they show themselves, they could be gunned down. So that's a matter of luck for them, where the teams are distracting each other and they
Oi.
can find a way to slide into the circle, but
จุด
honestly,
ไม่
the
โคตร
chance
สวย
is
อะ
pretty slim.
แต่มันยิงยาก
Very slim, and on the other hand, if you see Team 17, they're making the best use of the bridge. At the short side, they know they're safe, they're secure, they're like, we're gonna take it easy. Oh, what's happening here? They don't have any heat buckets. They want to do a healing battle because he knows that if he goes out, he's gonna give an extra limb points to the team in the forward.
อุ้ยตุยหลัง
He decided to deny away his point, knowing his chances of getting across is pretty slim. And there goes that fuse to the blue. But here comes the nade galore.
Oh!
Made in Thailand. Beautiful nade by Chen Halbu to get Scappy. And they're looking for the next target. The smoke is active though. And then
Another nade!
oh, beautifully done by Lil goes to get Jacob.
Wow, this looks bad. This looks bad for Made in Thailand. They're down to 1 man.
โอ้โห I7 ตุยหลังครับ
Oh, and Tianbu is out as well to get a victorious.
It's 1v1v4.
One man, like what you said, but can he save his teammate though? That's going to be the big question here. Lil Ghost is looking at his direction. The smoke is still active as of now, but looks like 17 Gaming, they want to wrap things up. They don't want the points to be denied away by the blue. And here comes the nade across. This nade will be just right beside him.
GT,
And
yep.
another nade. He takes damage. 17 Gaming locked in the chicken dinner after 3 nades towards the end.
Then for
Themselves. Too off. But it's time that this lobby is meeting.
อันนี้เป็นแบบท้ายแล้วผมจะดูแล้ว เพราะว่าเสียเวลาละ โอ้โห MITH เสียดายว่า โดนตุ๋ยหลังครับ
Feel that competition of just trying to compete, trying to go in for those early
ดู
eliminations.
แบบว่าเร็วๆแล้วกัน
Leave it for day number 2.
on the map, so they gotta be careful to avoid it. Good thing it works out well. Sometimes it doesn't. But again, it all depends on the rotation. All the teams are getting inside the campus, trying to get the loot right. D and Scoopers, one of the team's home favorite, I believe. We had an interview with them this morning, and they were like, they're not gonna go easy. So let's see what they're gonna bring on the table on game number 4. So far on the leaderboard, they do not have a lot of points, but I think they would now. On the other hand, Team Vitality is doing good. They see there is someone on the next compound who's gonna make use of those mini 14. I'm not sure if the team is aware that there is someone on the other side of the compound as well. And we have the airdrop, first airdrop of the game, and it's gonna be an easy one to get it.
โคตรสบายอะจริงๆนะ
And on Scooper is gonna go for that airdrop. But they have to keep in mind they do have a team player from Team Vitaly on the other side who's been quiet with that mini 14 at this point. A smart choice, putting on that smoke,
โหฟาร์มาร์
that drop, and doing the loot. And I think he's got farm moss. That's one deadly weapon. Alright. Team Vitaly is taking some shots on the other rotation that's happening on around him. Well, good use of vehicle, using a bike, convenience, but it is also risky. He's the only player away from his team, and he's got Team Falcon around him at this point. Or it's on the other side of the ridge, my bad. Oh, that's our first blood over there, from Made in Thailand. VP Beamy. VP gets Made in Thailand. First blood off the map, Rondo.
Wow,
We are still in phase 1. We have 1 minute 25 seconds to go until the phase 2. Alright, Team Vitaly still looking out for a shot or two, maybe take down a knock. On Scoopers, still on the same compound. D and Scoopers, I mean. All the teams are trying to stay quiet. They're out here in Bamboo. This is a quite good zone. They have a lot of dips, but I think high ground is preference because it's a bit of an open zone. That's our MVP from last game. Oh, GD Gaming. Taking some fires around the hills. Rondo is always a slow start. You gotta take your time, you gotta wait for it, you gotta wait for the zone to shift and make your move. 25 seconds to our phase 1. I think things are gonna be more engaging during the phase 2 because once they have the circle, they're gonna start getting on each other's way. There is the EMP zone.
เฮ้ยเดี๋ยวนะไอ้ไมเฮดโดนอะไรอะ
I think Vitaly spotted someone over there and he's gonna pull up that nade. Is he gonna get it? And he's goes for it. And he did get a knock with that LMG over there and he's gonna make the use of the utility at the moment. And he's gonna throw another grenade and he's gonna try to go for that LM. He gets another knock.
อ๋อโดน VP เปล่า
I think over here the Twisted Minds are in panic at the moment. They are taking heavy damage. They have 2 knocks, I believe. Twisted Minds, no, my bad. There's only 1 knock finish. They confirm 1 LM and they just
ไม่ไหวนะครับเดี๋ยวไปเล่น OME ดีกว่า
do their job. Team
เอาไว้ประมาณนี้แล้วกันนะคุณหนูอยากดูต่อก็ดูต่อได้เลยครับลั่นๆนะผมไปเล่น OME ละเจอกันครับ